FDIC to investigate bankrupt Voyager Digital's insurance claim. So this is very concerning because if you read down here at the excerpt, the FDIC is probing crypto firm Voyager for allegedly duping customers with its Metropolitan Commercial Bank insurance. So what they're getting at here is that Voyager actually was not FDIC insured. The bank that they were using was FDIC insured and portrayed to their customers that they were also FDIC insured. So we're going to have to see what that exactly means, see if your USD assets are in fact going to be reclaimed via FDIC. And if not, they're going to be in a lot of trouble for fraud. Now, this is a tweet that I saw from Blockworks that did a good job of explaining kind of Voyager's current proposal. Now, again, restructuring can take 6 to 9 months, as we read from Jeremy Hogan's tweet. So this is just initial proposal, not saying that this is what's going to get passed, but this is a good breakdown here. So under Voyager's proposed reorganization plan, customers will receive a combination of pro rata or prorated shares of crypto, prorated share of existing Voyager tokens, prorated shares of proceeds from the Three Arrows capital recovery, which we will get to in a second, prorated shares of common shares in the newly reorganized company. So you're going to get prorated shares to be something akin to what the new Luna holders got if you were holding UST or new classic Luna. You then receive those turned into Terra Classic tokens, and you got your new Terra tokens. Three Arrows Capital co-founder remains silent. Creditors go to court. So they're not complying right now. Three Arrows Capital is not complying with their liquidators. They have ordered them to liquidate. The entity that they're under has ordered them to liquidate. They basically abandoned their Singapore office, and these guys are sitting on the Zoom calls with no cameras, no mics, and not participating in the Zoom calls when being asked direct questions about the company and whatnot. So not looking good for Three Arrows Capital right now. Now, something from Jeremy Hogan that I saw here, and first we're going to read this tweet from James K. Fallon that he's retweeting and quoting here. XRP community, defendants and the SEC in the brawl over expert reports. SEC is taking the extreme position that the names of the experts and any substantive criticism of the report should be kept private from public view. Expedited briefing requested. Do you guys realize how ridiculous that is? That the U.S. government is concerned that their expert opinions on how they're supposed to be protecting us as U.S. citizens, us as XRP holders that were apparently, hoodwinked by Ripple Labs into thinking they were going to make us a profit, which was never the expectation of XRP holders. That these experts that the SEC wants to bring forward, we shouldn't, as the public, understand what their testimony was, and we shouldn't be able to give any criticism of what that testimony was. So Jeremy Hogan gives some great commentary here. This case, again, is ass backwards, with the prosecutor, the SEC, attempting to hide everything. Normally in these cases, it's the company that wants to hide things from the public. Judge Torres has shown a slant towards disclosure, so I don't think she'll seal whatever the SEC hopes. So again, we're seeing the SEC continuously push the envelope, right? It's like with that kid's book. Give the mouse a cookie, they're going to want more and more. Saw this with Watcher Guru. The Swiss Post Office has announced plans to offer crypto services through its banking arm by 2024. Guys, that's just around the corner. That's a year and a half away from now. The country of Switzerland wants to offer crypto services through their postal arm, okay? Just want you guys to understand that there's a bigger vision at play. Hong Kong to introduce draft legislation to treat crypto exchanges like traditional finance. If you don't believe that this is truly where we're heading as a total industry as a whole, I'm completely sorry for you because you're missing the macro vision, okay? Just in, trading platform Crosstower has partnered with Ripple to add NFTs minted on the XRP ledger to its marketplace. I cannot wait to see more XRP-oriented mints, and I think it's to become vastly more popular once Ripple gets some clarity, once people understand that XRP as a digital asset is allowed to be used in a decentralized manner, as it always has been, without the expectation of profits from Ripple Labs. You're going to see OpenSea implement XRP Ledger. You're going to see Looks Rare implement the XRP Ledger for mints there, because guess what? Solana is great, but it's not as cheap, it's not as fast, and it's not as reliable as XRP. I guarantee you XRP will be the household name for minting NFTs because honestly, Ethereum is not it. It's not. You can do federated sidechains to create smart contracts on the XRP ledger without ever changing the XRP code, ever. And that's the big difference with Ethereum. With Ethereum, they have smart contracts, but they're expensive and they're slow. With XRP Ledger, you can get things done in an instant for a fraction of a penny. It doesn't just apply to cross-border payments. This applies to smart contracts as well, which you can create smart contracts on the XRP Ledger. Something else I saw from Forbes today, Playboy to build a meta mansion in the metaverse. You can see down here that they are going to have mini games, social makers, organized events, and reoccurring digital collectible releases that will all be part of the meta mansion. So again, This isn't for me to show you something, something that I'm interested in. I'm just showing you guys what's out there that entertainment is building out here. You have stores building in the metaverse, luxury brands building in the metaverse. We're getting to the point now where everybody's waking up and understanding that you either need to be relevant or you're going to be left behind, no matter what your business is. Doesn't matter if you work in food, mortgage, real estate, Playboy, doesn't matter what industry you're in, you need to catch up or get left behind, okay? And then here's something I saw in relations to current banks. So I know that we see everything that's going on with Celsius and Voyager, and of course, a lot of this insolvency, some of it's been from fraud and corruption, from secretly depositing users' money into the UST pool to try to earn secret interest and arbitrage that zero collateral play. And I know there's been talks of, this is why we shouldn't have had crypto in the first place, and crypto banks are a Ponzi scheme and they're going to fail. But let's look at what's going on in the world today, right now in China. China crushes mass protests by bank depositors demanding their life savings back. This is right now. There's 4 urban banks in China right now that are insolvent. They do not have enough money for everybody to get their savings and checking out of their bank account. And you guys can see here what's going on. So they had a huge protest. There's about 1,200 people at this protest out there today. Obviously, it got very violent. I would probably be quite violent as well if the entity that I trust to custody my assets said, hey, we're going to freeze them because we don't have enough money to pay everybody. So again, I really urge you guys to look at what's going on out there right now with the legacy banking system. Understand that banks can secretly, regular, traditional legacy banks can be insolvent as well without us knowing it, because even worse, we don't even get the public ledger to peer into this. They have a private ledger, and the banks and the government ordains that and allows that to happen. So I would hate to see this in America. I would hate to see people losing their life savings because a bank was insolvent and irresponsible with their monies, via fractional reserve banking or over lending or being over leveraged or over collateralized or whatever the case is. But understand, we're going to, even after this matures 5, 10, 15 years down the road, you have banks taking custody of assets. You're going to have issues like this still. Okay. So this is a building process. It's not the last time something bad is going to happen in crypto, but it's all going to be worth it in the grand scheme of things as we move forward. Okay.